normal muffler. That's all to do with the straight pipe. So we're gonna stick this son of a bitch in fucking probably in, I don't know what that is there, probably B1. We got this big fucking thing behind it. We're gonna just step it out of the way. How's she going today, guys? Well, I was cutting slough hay, but apparently the slough's not quite dried out yet. A little bit sticky here, so that side went down, and you know what a fucking swather does in the water, or in water and mud. It just kind of goes, you know, in a half arc and you're done. So Grandpa will get us, as long as he doesn't get stuck. So talk to you in a few. Oh, is this puff chewing in here? Holy fuck, is this thick? Oh, we're dragging a lump of shit there. Everything the old hay bind can give. But I think we're not going to be able to get too much more of it, because it's going to start getting wet again. So we'll see this fall if it doesn't rain, or still hasn't rained when I'm out here swathing the barley. Probably cut the rest of it then anyways, so I'll just use the big swather to do it instead of the hay bind even. So I told Grandpa just to wait so he didn't have to come back in 5 minutes when I got married again. But this will be it for cutting. Once we get a little bit of rain and the alfalfa grows and we get some second cut, well, I think there'll be a wee bit of second cut, but nothing too substantial at the moment. Just kind of all depends on how the rest of the year goes, I suppose. So just really trying to watch my tires, make sure we're not getting into somewhere we really shouldn't be again. So I think I'm going to be able to finish this hill here actually. So anyway, I'm going to go back to paying attention. I'll bring you back when we're done. There we go. That's the end of cutting for this year, unless something changes, I guess. Rough across the old fence line there. Anyway, head back to the yard and get Maya. She's hanging out with Grandma at the house, and then we'll make our way home here with the old girl, I guess. If we get lucky and get a bit of second cut, that's where it's going to be. So may as well bring the machine home, and then yeah, maybe tomorrow a guy can rake and bale or something. See how the weather does. It's kind of cloudy and smoky. It rained a little wee bit at home here this morning, and maybe a tenth here again. Nothing much fucking notable, but I might try and cut a little wee bit in this little nook here by the old 400. So this I'll have to pay attention to, because who knows what kind of junk is in here. So bring you back in a minute. Go this way a bit so you don't hit the pickup. You gotta make sure the combine goes straight out. Tire's a little bit low. How's she going today, guys? Well, it's that time of year. 5010's woke up from his slumber. First thing he's done in like 3 years, because that input shaft seal was fucked. You remember we done that in the winter time. But we're gonna get the combines woke up here, and Dad's bringing the 4640 with the hay rake over, so 46 is gonna go on his combine here, And 5010 will go on the rake. And everybody will feel important that way. Anyway. I know it is. Want to blow some hot air in it? Well, Amanda's over there pressure washing 5010 because he's kind of oily from when that input shaft seal went, and he didn't get washed because we were too busy to deal with it that year, and then it sat in the shed and the starter had gotten filled with oil then too, if you remember, so we couldn't start it with the starter. We had to pull start. But turns out that wasn't actually the problem. There was a wire that was broken. We found that after the fact. But anyway, it was still disgusting, so it's getting a much needed bath. I'd done some for 20 minutes there and my hand was getting sore, so we traded. Now we're going to put some air in this tire. And I'll just set you there for a second. Put some air in this tire. And then Dad should be along before too much longer with the 4640. Come on, you bastard. Stay on there. There. A little bit more hose. I hate this fucking thing. There. Now it fell off over here again. What a farce. Stay bit on there. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to hold it. Anyway, we get this pumped up, we'll bring you back in a few. Like, is it July today or fucking November? Jesus H. Christ. Cold and windy. This guy's gonna be grumpy. Oh, not too bad. Just a little bit. So, started bailing on this other piece here that we got from my great uncle, and it's on one of his quarters. There's a bunch of bush, so he'd got the bush pushed because it looked like that, and it's nothing but stones underneath of it. So he had worked it real nice and picked all the rocks and sewed it down to hay. Told us if we wanted it, we could bale it. He just didn't want it to be wasteland like what it was. You couldn't grain farm it, and it was nothing but fucking trees. And there's no water on it, so it's no good for making pasture of it either. Like, it's 20-25 acres kind of deal. So I got a good chunk of it done yesterday, but I had a bearing go on the baler, and screwed up the roller. It was the main drive. So I got it apart out here with Amanda, and then Dad took the spare one out of our parts baler, and I went and got new bearings from Case, got her back together, and by that time it was trying to spit there. It was about 6 o'clock, so now I think it's about 10:30, so nice and windy and the sun's trying to shine, so it'll be good going anyways. Won't take too long to finish what's left, so bring you back here in a few. Ended up with 34 and 2 that are junk. There's a bunch of little sapling poplar trees trying to grow in the one corner, so I just cut and baled them separate. So if anybody wants a couple bales, if they got one of those bale burning furnaces there, fucking come get them. Anyway, we're on our way to the north section, so I think we've got like a 17 or 18 mile drive now. Miles, and Dad's on his way with the 4640 with the rake, and obviously we're going to put the rake on the 5010, I think is my plan, but go from there. So I'll talk to you when we get there. Can't have that now, can we? Well, just got going with the rake here. I don't know how if we're gonna do too much. It's so fucking windy, it wants to blow it away after you rake it when you foof it up. So I don't know, do a couple for a couple minutes. See what happens. I don't know. This is the shittiest part of the field right along here, but there were enough spots that were heavy that I cut it all. Like right here through here is nice, but so damn good if the wind's gonna blow it all the way too. So trying to just stay ahead of Amanda, not get too far ahead. Watch for when she gets a bale, and I'll stop all the ties, even though it only needs about 10 seconds to tie and kick out a bale. But anyway, 5010's working good. I'll just let you listen to her run for a minute. There's the bale. Dad's bringing his camper up to the lake, or he'd be out here with the soft core baling too. I was bailing with the soft core before Amanda got here. I was just picking up the individual swaths. Because that old girl, I don't care what anybody says, but it's better than the John Deere anyways, at picking up a real skimpy swath. The pickup turns slower, and you can really let it scratch. not as big a chance of wrecking a pickup or blowing the window out of a tractor. So, and the old soft core is just gentler too. You don't lose as many leaves versus how the hard core is packing the whole time. If you're on a heavy swath, well, whatever, your bale's only in there for a little bit, but when you're just picking up skimpy shit and it takes you 5 or 10 minutes to make a fucking bale, well, then you're being a lot rougher on your material, I find. So whatever, I was just using it till she got here. So anyway, I'll shut up, talk to you in a bit. There's the mustard, by the way. And I think we'll call her a day here. So probably where we'll leave you. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you hit the like button, comment, subscribe for more. We'll talk to all you guys in the next one. With a normal muffler, that's all to do with the straight pipe. So we're gonna stick this son of a bitch in fucking probably in, I don't know what that is there, probably B1. We got this big fucking thing behind it. We're gonna just step it out of the way.